In this video today, I'm going to make a sour cherry pie, gluten and dairy free. This pie is a little bit different from the pies you probably are used to, but I really hope you are going to like this video and give it a try. It's a really tasty dish. In every video I make, I have to say the same thing. Please use proper measuring tools like measuring spoons, a good scale. In baking in general, but especially in gluten-free baking, it's really important to follow the recipe. Otherwise, the end result won't be the same like I have. All my recipes are tried and tested. Success of the recipe mostly depends on the measurements. And now some words about when I say butter. I never mean butter with dairy in it. I usually use this brand. This is Sainsbury's own brand. This is a baking block, basically a margarine. It's not expensive and I like the taste of it. It smells also good. So I usually use this one. If you find anything similar in your local shop that's completely dairy free, then you are more than welcome to use that one. About the sour cherries I'm going to use. This time I'm going to use a compote, like this one. I live in the UK and in this country I can't buy sour cherries in the shops, basically fresh, only just compote if I can find them in a polish shop. Not all the polish shop has them too, unfortunately, because I love sour cherries. In Hungary we have a sour cherry soup also, which is really good. If you ever visit Hungary, you must try that. Okay, so this is how they look after I pitted them out. If you can buy them frozen, that can also work. It doesn't matter. The best would be the fresh, obviously, but if you can't have fresh, you can use frozen ones or compote sour cherries. It would work either way. For this pie, I'm using 4 jars, 4 smaller jars. They are not 1 liter, just a smaller portion. This is 720 grams, but I use 4 of these. And after I pitted them, this is the amount you are going to get. Sorry if I don't look exactly where I should look into the camera. I'm still new to this recording myself for YouTube and it is difficult still. But anyway, so we measure out everything now. I measured out everything. Now let's start putting them together. First, you have to start with the dry ingredients. Mix them well together. Make sure that nothing stays on the plate. This is the whole grain oat flour, gluten-free of course. This is cornstarch. You can use tapioca starch if you have that. Also, most of the time you can swap the two together. Tapioca starch in general is better in my opinion for baking, but you can use either of them. This is the powdered sugar, icing sugar. Gently, I don't want to end up in an icing sugar cloud. This one is a wholemeal corn flour. I like using this to add to the starches because it would help the whole dough to have a little bit higher amount of fiber in it. Okay, mix them up. Now I am adding the psyllium husk. Psyllium husk has double purpose. It retains moisture in the dough and also add a lot of fiber to the dough. It's really good. Now I am adding not the baking powder, but the sodium bicarbonate. Baking powder has a lot of extra ingredients in it you don't need, just chemicals basically, and most of the time it has wheat in it too. I don't like using that. So this is xanthan gum and sodium bicarbonate. Xanthan gum has a function similar to gluten. It helps the dough to stick together and it also retains moisture. If you ever tried to bake anything gluten-free, you probably already noticed that whatever you bake, it's going to be dry in the end, a lot drier than just if you would compare with the gluten-free doughs or anything that contains gluten. So that's why I'm using xanthan gum. I add now some salt. Not much. You know, all baked goods have to have salt in it. The taste would be better if you just add some salt on it. When I was young, I didn't think of it at all, and I didn't use salt in the baked goods. But mine never tasted like my mom's. Then I realized, I learned later on that you have to use salt. It doesn't matter it is a sweet dish. You have to you just have to use some salt. So now I add some lemon zest, and let's hope I won't grate my fingers. I often do. I try to be extra careful here. I like using this grater because this is a lot more secure for me than the one that you just push down and do this. I end up grating my finger here. But I'm trying my best. And as you can see, this video is a little bit different from the previous ones because I talk more. I kind of thought that if these videos are for my children to have some sort of video memory of me and my baking and cooking, why not talking more? And it's difficult to find royalty-free music that I can use. I found a few of them, but I can't find new ones and new ones and new ones all the time. So this is my solution. I think that's enough. Let's make it in the bowl. I would really appreciate if you could make a comment telling me what are you struggling with when it comes to gluten and dairy-free baking. Then I might can mention your questions in the next videos coming up, and that might help you. I might can help you. Sorry about my English, I'm still learning, but I hope you can understand me. Okay, so now I add the butter, which is not a butter, it is margarine, as I said before. I'm going to try to work quickly because I don't like when it's melting in my hand. when it happens to this kind of dough, when you make a pie, if the butter is or the margarine is too warm, it would sweat out the fat content in it, and that will end up in the bottom of the baking tin, and your dough, your pie would be really dry, not too good to look at and not good to eat either. So try to work with quick movements, like this sort of rubbing movements. Just rub the butter together with the flour mix we created. Now I think I'm going to swap to the overhead camera to show you better and speed up the whole video because it's going to be boring. The pie is ready. Look at this. It smells so good. It spent 40 minutes in the oven, 160 Celsius. It is a fan supported oven. If your oven doesn't have a fan in, then just turn a little bit up the heating around 170 Celsius, and that would be enough. Wait until the color will get like this. Otherwise, the bottom of the pie won't be cooked and it would be soggy. No one likes a soggy pie. When it cooled down perfectly, I will dust it with some icing sugar, cut it. I will take some photos and show it to you. I really hope you are going to try this pie. It's really worth it. I swear to you, it's worth it. Really tasty. Tomorrow I'm going to make another video. I'm going to show you how to make dairy and gluten-free vanilla and raspberry ice cream from scratch with basic ingredients that I promise you will be very, very, very delicious. Your children will love it. You don't need anything special for it, just an ice cream machine. If you don't have an ice cream machine, there is a technique how to make it even without an ice cream machine, but I will tell you everything in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this and see you next time. Bye.